Alrighty, greetings everybody. Today we're going to be playing a little bit more Fortnite. Hopefully some good gameplay in. Yesterday was not too fruitful in gameplay. But we'll play a little bit of duos and see what we can get done. Alrighty, so yesterday I actually recorded a video and was going to hopefully put it out today, this morning at about 11 o'clock or so, but unfortunately, when I got in and was going to edit the said video, the in-game audio was extremely too loud compared to actual voice audio, so the whole thing had to be scrapped. As far as the Marvel season is concerned, I'm definitely a fan. I love the Marvel universe and what it has to offer. I think that they have a good way in which to bring about older and newer players at the same time. So, bring back a lot of people that got out of the game maybe at some points and hadn't really been playing, and now they're coming back in and playing a whole lot more than they used to, and new players who like the Marvel universe and everything, and see that this is another game aside from Marvel's Avengers that comes out on Friday. This is another game in which they can kind of play as their heroes, so. And they let my talking get in the way of it. And yet again, I get killed by a burst, albeit a gold. Yesterday's was, I think, a green, a gray, and a blue. So that was, I guess there again, the game is trying to tell me off, I guess. So this next game, I'm going to show you, luckily we're flying right up to it, up here, on this little island right here, there is a, I guess, little in-game, not really Easter egg, I don't know exactly what, like, little in-game kind of, little secret. You can actually land up here, and I've already done it, which is how I discovered it, but you can land up there and get some free experience. And according to a friend of mine that I talked to yesterday, he said that this was something that they have been doing like the last couple seasons or so, and it kind of represents like different progressions through, I guess, technological ages. So when we get up here, I'll expand a little bit more on that, but I have never personally seen this at all, as far as I can remember, ever popping up in game. So needless to say, that the discovery of this was quite shocking and funny and a bit odd. Definitely a bit odd, and you'll see why in just a second. But if they kind of keep stuff like this up, it's not a wonder why Epic Games keeps so many people coming back over and over again, and it's such a well liked and received game, even though it's just a battle royale. So as you can see here, we've got a little bit of looks like a city, like a little grid of buildings that has been decimated, and there are electronic or animatronic figures, kind of chicken-esque in appearance, that are buried beneath, and just kind of chillaxing. And we've got a pyramid over here, and apparently my buddy told me that the reason being is that they've shown like different progressions in technological ages, and he thinks that the ruins that we see here are the aftermath of like a nuclear kind of like war. Like and the animatronics is evidence that they progressed far enough, you know, to have access and creation of like, you know, mass weapons of, I guess, destruction. And this is the aftermath of that. And now with the pyramid being erected over here, they're kind of rebuilding civilization. But if you land here, you get like a little in-game like achievement, or I think like a little notification on your career timeline, and it says like, oh no, and I think you get either 15 or 25,000 experience. Either one, I don't remember 100%. But it's just an interesting little tidbit. I'd like to see what they do as the season continues. You know, whether or not they update this little portion up here, and you know, kind of keep it a part of the game. Now, going back to the my conceptions about the game, the same person who I was talking to about the island, we were playing a duos match, and I made the comment the day previously, and then when we were playing, about how like this whole upper portion of the map is just kind of forgotten about now, like nobody really comes up here. And sure enough, we land at the little island. I show him the, you know, the little ruins over there, and we have the discussion about it, and walk over here, and there's a duo pair over here that quickly made short work of us, and you know, the game was over. But you know, there again, the game's, I guess, trying to get me to change my, I guess you could say, misconceptions about it. So I guess everyone, the Tony Stark panels that are lit up in this like northeastern portion of the map, and according to another friend with some leaks, he said that they're apparently going to be changing the whole upper part of the map on this side, and you know, it'd be very interesting to see what happens. I guess because they're trying to, and I got a gentleman rolling up on me who is gonna hide in the bathroom. There's a legendary chest here, but I know yesterday in some of the footage that I had, there was it almost looks like there's a force field or a bubble force field kind of being erected within the portion of the map that is encircled by the panels. Which I'm not sure if it was you know, if it's supposed to be in the game already or not, but it definitely looked as if that was the case, and not like, you know, messed up coding or anything like that. It seemed to be legitimately being erected, and that is luck. That's all I say. That is very lucky that stopped right here. But yeah, the definite something has happened. I am of the opinion that one of the sentinels in the upper portion or at the lower portion of like the sentinel graveyard is actually moving. I've been told I was, you know, wrong, which I very well could be, but to my recollection, I don't remember one actually being up on his hands and knees, which this is actually the force field. Like you see this right here. That's actually what I was actually talking about, and it seems to be, you can kind of see it going up through here, it seems to be actually forming greater than it has been. I mean, you can see it all down through here. So it'll be interesting to see you know, what happens with that. I thought initially that it was going to be like that's what was spawning in the different chunks around the map. Like, you know, you've got the Panther's Prow right here, and then Ant Manor is right here. You know, I thought that was the case of, you know, them spawning in, you know, different chunks like that. But it seems to be that I was incorrect about that. There is a barn, which actually I think that's it right there. That barn is like a Tony's workshop. You go in and you'll see, you know, there's all these workings that I guess is their attempt to get back home. And you have, you know, there's an Iron Man drawing, there's a wormhole drawing, and, you know, there's all this mathematics. So this could potentially, you know, I guess this is their attempt to get out of here, which in effect could be what is drawing in the different sections of the map. You know, like the wormhole is just kind of like popping them in. We've seen the reemergence of the rifts. They've returned, so, you know, that kind of plays into the whole teleportation, you know, different dimension kind of deal. So that could very well be a side effect of them trying to get out of here. But all I know is we'll see, probably, hopefully tomorrow, since the new challenges come out tomorrow, we will definitely find out as the season progresses. But hopefully tomorrow we'll see some more changes. Now, I'm not sure how you feel about shotguns in Fortnite or any other game, but I agree. But I didn't get to it. Alright, well, that's not a bad match. Finished 10th. Let's see. Had no kills, but I did 283 damage to player. But we'll try to hopefully get in a more exciting one this go around. So I'm not sure exactly what your opinion is on the shotguns. Like I was saying, you know, personally, I like the idea that they have like unvaulted the pumps again. It's not, you know, not the original pumps, but they're cousins that were unvaulted, you know, later on down the line. But the addition of those, and they have taken away the tax shotguns spawning in, at least as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen any spawn in. I haven't gotten any out of any chests or anything like that. But I personally am enjoying those over the charged shotguns. You know, we had some conversations here recently about how shotgun mechanics are such a hard thing to nail down in any video game franchise. You know, like Call of Duty has issues with it all the time, and Fortnite's been kind of trying to figure out their own kind of balance of it. I think they've got it pretty much on, kind of almost on target, because, you know, like we were talking, like in real life, you know, shotguns tend to have a greater range of effect than is presented in video games, but you also can't have, you know, a superpowered weapon like that, not really superpowered, but such a strong weapon have such an area of effect, and this match might not be as exciting as we thought. He'll never find me out here. See, he's already lost me. Alright. Oh, there's somebody else right there. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure there's somebody up there, so this might be a short one. But we shall see. Kinda jump and hook. There's my shotty. I'm definitely in favor of the combat shotguns that they brought back in. That was definitely very nice. But I think Fortnite, like pretty good at their shotgun situation. It seems like it's out far enough to where it's feasible, but at the same time, it's not like, you know, I mean, shotguns move across the map. You down instantly, like it's not that. So that's all right. So yep, that was that. We'll probably try to get in a little more and see what happens with it. I will say that especially with the Doom's domain now being what used to be Pleasant Park, it has created a feeling of almost like another Tilted Towers, since they have the, you know, one, you're getting these magical, you know, gauntlets that have infinite ammo. You know, one can fire as much as you want to for as long as you want to without recharge or any loss of ammo, while the other one has a delay. You know, the bomb, essentially the Doom bomb, has a delay of like a 25-second recharge, I think it is, after use. But on top of that, you have to actually kill Doom himself 3 times, you know, down and eliminate. And as such, you know, it's created such a funneling of players back into this area. So it's almost like another Tilted Towers, essentially, because when they first released the challenges, I would literally see at least 20 to 25 people landing in Doom's domain. It's slacked off a little bit. It's still very heavily hit, just because, like I said, you do get, you know, the magical weapons, and those tend to be a very helpful element in, you know, your final confrontations of the match. You know, if you're making it into like the top 3, because the bomb is great for busting down structures, and you don't have to carry grenades. That's, you know, essentially gigantic ones, and the Doom gauntlets can just as easily tear through structures and deal damage, and it's got a little bit of an explosive area of effect itself. So it's very interesting. I wonder if they'll do any changes to it as far as the damage ratio that it's got. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens with that. Oh look, I got the patented burst. I hear. It sounds like you just called me a bad word. Well, the burst has served me well. Watch this be the match that I use a burst and finish like, you know, top 3. It'll be very, very interesting to see. There again, the game proving my misconceptions. Do I have company coming? Sounds like it. Oh, I do. Oh, and he one-shots me. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to, you know, like and subscribe. And I will see you in